I just want to document some of the random things that I end up doing as an expat living in China. We're going to be doing a road trip soon, and I'm going to be driving thousands of miles. Now I've got 4 days and I don't know how I'm going to do it. And we've got this road trip planned in 5 days, and I might not be able to do it. It's not anyone's fault, it's just the way it is. Hi everyone, I'm on my way to the traffic police station to get my resident permit, because today I'm going to renew my car insurance. It's the 29th of January 2024, and my insurance runs out in a couple of weeks, and it just happens that it expires on Chinese New Year celebrations, so I won't be able to renew my insurance during that time. So I'm going to have to do it this way, which I'll try and explain what it means. Being an expat in China, it's just easier to get other people, agents, to do things like this. But because I've been in the country for many years, I know how to do some things, and sorting out my insurance is one of them for the car. Now, not many expats do own their own car. I was lucky enough in 2010 to get one, and I had other people to sort out my insurance at that time, but now that I don't really work with any Chinese people or anyone, I have to do a lot of things myself, which is fine. Now, the problems that I encounter is that being an expat, you need additional paperwork. And so the reason why I'm going to the traffic police station is because I need my residence permit to prove that I live where I say I live. And so the insurance company needs the documents for that. When I get to the insurance company, and if they ask me, oh, do you have your residence permit? And I say yes, and it's a digital one, will they accept it? That's the question. So not only do I have to have a digital one because they might say it's easier, I also have to have the physical one because they might not accept a digital one. That's for both the police station and the insurance company. So that I'm just going to the police station to get my residence certificate, just in case the insurance company want a physical copy. You can renew your insurance on their app, on the company's app, but because I'm a foreigner, they want extra documents like, you know, passport, visa, the official document of the car. So I don't know how tricky it will be. It's just easier to go in person, even though it'll take longer. I'll pay by WeChat, which is an app which you can do many things on. You can pay for goods, you can pay for your utility bills, you can also chat to people and your friends. So it's a very versatile app, and yeah, so my insurance is tied to my WeChat account. However, when I try to authorize my insurance, it doesn't accept the number for some reason. So I don't know what's happened there, because it used to work in the past, but it doesn't work anymore. So hopefully the lady or the gentleman at the counter will accept my payment, and they can just put their own phone number in, and then we'll see if that will work. It worked last time, so hopefully there should be nothing new this time. And 9 times out of 10, the people are so helpful. So we'll see how it goes, you know. It's quite a nice day. It's quite polluted. Yeah, 99% of the time people are so helpful, so it does make life easier. And even though there's a language barrier, you can use WeChat to translate, which is good, or you can just use other translation apps that people have. And it's really convenient actually, because pretty much every person that I've spoken to that doesn't speak English, which is fine obviously because I'm in somebody else's country, they have a translation app, and it's really handy, you know, when you're trying to get things done. And because this is our last year in China, I just want to document some of the random things that I end up doing as an expat living in China. So yeah, this video is so kind of obscure because it's not really going to be helping anyone, in the sense that not many people will find themselves in a position where they need to renew their car insurance in China as an expat, because you can just get other people to do it. But I'm going to, I guess, just document my day. Now, because I'm on my way to the police station, I think obviously you can't film in or around a police station, because obviously it's a police station. So I'll be stopping the video there when I get there, and then I'll start it again when I'm on my way to the insurance company. So it'll take about, I guess, another 7-minute drive to get to the police station. nearly got into an accident. Unbelievable. People just don't look. Oh, it's right behind me. That's good. Now. Oh, okay. Oh, 谢谢你. The guard was very kind there. He let me through. That idiot is still behind me. Oh, I have to let it go. He let me through because I can't explain what I'm here for, so he knows. Right, we're back. We're in the police station car park. Took about 10 minutes to get it, the certificate, which I got. So the guy who bloody nearly caused an accident, he was right behind me, and then he parked near me as well. And I went up to him and confronted him and said, "You nearly caused an accident." I used my translation on the app. And he was like, "Oh, you were driving too fast." And I was like, "Nah, you're not good." He said, "Ni buha," and he just started laughing, which is a bit of a joke. But yeah, not good. Like nearly getting into an accident on the way to the police station because someone's not looking. You can see from the video, he just pulls out. He's clearly not paying any attention. And this is what it's like driving. You have to have your wits about you. So now we are going to the insurance company, which it says it's going to take about 35 minutes to get there. So yeah, a bit of drama going into the police station. I wasn't quite sure because he parked next to me. I wasn't quite sure whether he was going to do something to the car because I confronted him. Right, so I wasn't going to contact you guys until I got to the insurance place, but literally 5 minutes ago I was in my lane and then there was two highways joining up with each other, let's just say, and without looking a car just turns in without looking again. So that's two potential hazards avoided, literal car crashes within the space of half an hour. And this just brings me to the point of driving in China. It's a bit crazy at times. I mean, it's definitely getting better, but it's still pretty bad. To be frank about it, it's pretty bad in comparison to driving in the UK. Because in the UK, I feel like people follow the laws, you know, and actually do follow the road signs and the road markings and do indicate and do give way. Now, there's no concept of giving way in China, literally. It's just your space, that's it, and you keep your space. There's no two ways about it. On the roads, there isn't really any courtesy in terms of, like, you know, people giving way. You know, on the odd occasion a person might give way, but that's very rare. What I'm saying is obviously not every single Chinese person is a terrible driver, because that's just not true. There's a lot of drivers in China that are great, very good. You know, a large majority of them actually are. But there's a fair few that are pretty bad for whatever reason. I don't know if the standards in passing your test are quite low. You know, people don't understand what is expected of them on the road. Obviously the nation has developed exponentially and really quickly. You know, everyone's got new cars, but in terms of understanding how to behave on the road, there's still improvements to be made. I know in comparison to like other countries, like driving in China it's okay on the whole, but the amount of times when I'm driving, at least there'll be one incident where you think, goodness me, what is actually going on? What is that person thinking? Also, the way the roads are set up, I mean, they're just set up so bad. Like this Golf that's just turned in. I mean, what can I say? Sometimes it's not the driver's fault. Sometimes it's the actual setup of the road. I don't know what it is. I mean, you know, I'm driving from two countries that are completely different in their setup. You know, China is just a massive country, so, you know, the infrastructure, the roads are actually pretty good in terms of the physical actual road. There's not many potholes, but in England, in comparison, you know, the roads are battered everywhere, which isn't great. But the driving experience on a whole, I feel, is much better, much more relaxing, because you know what is expected of you on the road and how to drive properly. But hey, the rules are a bit more flexible, I guess. So who knows how many incidents I'm going to come across, but I've got to be constantly vigilant when I'm driving. It is a bit stressful, to be honest. And we, as in me and my wife, we're going to be doing a road trip soon. And I'm going to be driving thousands of miles. And that's going to be interesting. Because I've driven in China for 14 years, you know, a long time. I've driven from Beijing to Suzhou. I've driven from Suzhou to Shanghai many times. And it's been alright. Like, you know, I've driven in the city, multiple cities. And now we're going to be doing this road trip across 2 weeks during Chinese New Year celebrations. So who knows what it's going to be like, you know, how many traffic jams we're going to be in. Touch wood, everything will be fine. Alright, rant over. Back to driving. Right, there's all sorts of commotion going on. Don't know what people are doing. It's just crazy. I'm right here now outside the building, and it has a strange way to enter. It's right on the corner. You'll see what happens, what it looks like. We're at the lights at the moment, they're red. It's been quite stressful today. You just don't know what people are going to do. Like this guy, he's doing in front of us. What is he doing? What is he doing? Just drive properly. Right, I've got to turn right into the building. Right here. Such a strange entrance. Come on, let's go. This car is just coming out. I can park right there to the right. God, it's chaos on this corner. I don't know whose idea thought. I don't know who thought it was a good idea to have the building here. Right, he's waving me on. So yeah, I'm at the building. This is it. This is what it looks like. It's massive. On the corner of the street. Right, it's quite good. Been served straight away. As soon as I walked in, got the ticket from the security guard. And now she's going to take pictures of the car. Right, I've just left the office and bad news as expected. Another problem. I'll explain in the car. Right, I'm going back the way I came. Absolute drama. Oh man, it's difficult. Right, so basically I've just come out and it's a bit depressing because I renewed my passport last year because it was going to expire soon. And basically how it works in China is local people, they have the same number, the same ID document for their whole life. So the fact that my passport number has changed and it's not tied to my car means that the insurance company can't insure my car because I don't have the document of my ID, my new passport, tied to the registration of my car. So I'm going to have to get that done. Now I've got 4 days to do it and I don't know how I'm going to do it. I think the driving management vehicle place, the DMV, each city has their own, and because my car is registered in Beijing, it's got a Beijing number plate and I live in Suzhou, I don't know if I can do it. I don't know if it has to be done in Beijing. And we've got all these hotels and we've got this road trip planned in 5 days and I might not be able to do it because of this situation. Yeah, so it's a bit depressing. Right now I don't know what to do. I've asked a friend, a Chinese friend, to help if she knows anyone, so she's going to find out and see if it can be done. Otherwise I might have to go to Beijing, I'm not sure. A lot's going to happen in these next few days to see if I can get this done. I really don't know. But yeah, another problem. New problems are created when you've got things like cars as an expat in China. You know, I was saying like, oh, if you don't have the digital version, you need the physical version. Well, this is another example of, you know, you change your passport and the system is not compatible. It's not anyone's fault. It's just the way it is. It's just the realities of living in China as an expat, which is not bad. It's not bad at all, but I'm more focused on this trip now, whether we're going to be able to go or if we have to cancel. And I don't really want to cancel it because it's a trip of a lifetime, but these things happen in life. I don't know what's going to happen, so I'll try my best to try and renew the car before, you know, like this guy coming up now, like he wants to just drive in, but we're not going to let him because this is the way it is. And then the car behind him didn't let him either, so nobody gives way. This is the style. Right, update. I've just been given a location of where to go. The local Suzhou DMV, which is the driving maintenance vehicle place. That's what I think it stands for, DMV, but I'm not sure. Yeah, so I'm going to the DMV, seeing if I can attach my new passport details to the car. If I can do it today, that would be incredible. Okay, I'm at this DMV place and I don't know where to go, so I'm going to be doing a lot of translating on the old phone. It's going to be interesting. I've just come out of the DMV in Suzhou and they can't do it because I've got a Beijing number plate, so I'm going to have to do it in Beijing. So another disappointment. I'm going to contact someone that I've got in Beijing to see if they can help get me to where I need to be regarding this situation. Otherwise the trip is over. There in the distance is Suzhou DMV, where you get all your car registration needs dealt with. But I can't because I don't have a car that is registered in Suzhou. There was a lady scoping. She was seeing what I was doing and then she walked up to the car and looked at the number plate. I thought she was going to stop me and ask me why I was filming. I might have to have a trip to Beijing to sort the insurance out. Not great. Not great at all. Okay, so I've come home and I'm in the drawing room at the moment. My clothes are hanging. Let me just recap. I went to the police station in the morning to get a registration document to prove that I live here, which I got. And then I went to the insurance company, got there, everything was going fine. And then because I've got a new passport, my passport is not linked to my car. And in China, everyone's ID stays the same for the rest of their lives. So for British citizens, obviously it's different because our passports renew every 10 years. The same with driving license. So the numbers change. And so I went to the management vehicle place in Suzhou because my number plate is from Beijing, because that's where I used to live when I bought the car. And I asked if they can update my details there. And they said, no, they can't do it. It's not possible. I have to do it in Beijing, which is a long way away from Suzhou. And so the person that I asked, who lives in Beijing, that used to deal with car maintenance, she said it can't be done because I live in Suzhou and not quite sure what to do next. But it's a bit depressing because this holiday that's coming up, basically today's Monday and we're supposed to be driving on Saturday on our road trip. And it looks like it's not going to happen. And I was really looking forward to this trip because it was going to be once in a lifetime. We were going to drive really, really far. We were going to stop off in multiple places, see amazing things, and now looks like it's not going to happen. Looks unlikely. But in my head, I'm planning like maybe I should go to Beijing, grab a train ticket, and go early tomorrow. But I don't know. I don't know what's going to happen. I have to wait and speak to her to see what she thinks about the situation. I've got another contact in Beijing, and I guess we'll just take it from there. This is what it's like. When you start off wanting to do something, it doesn't go the way you think it would go. I guess that's like life in general, but so that's the situation. Morning peeps. So update from yesterday. I phoned a couple of people in Beijing that I've had contacts. I didn't get very far. One of them said, oh yeah, you can. You just go to the insurance company. So that person wasn't really listening to me. And the other person said, yes, let me check, but you have to pay 870 RMB for me to just check whether it can be done. And I thought I was just being ripped off because of my situation. just taking advantage of my situation. So my wife was like, you know what, if you really want to go on this trip then, and it's worth it, you should just like pay it, because you know the guy will be able to help you out. So I thought, yeah, okay, fine, let's see if I can ask for a little less. So I asked for a little less, and then he's like started bringing up how much it'll cost for me to travel up to Beijing, and I thought, no, this guy is not giving me a good impression. So that was really disappointing. I decided to leave it. I'm not gonna follow him. But my wife's friends, they're helping out now to see if we can get this done another way. So I'm just waiting at the moment. But the other thing I thought was, because we're leaving, this is our last year, we've only got about 6 months left, and we wanted to do this road trip, but the road trip isn't happening at the moment. So because of this situation, so yeah, I'm not quite sure what to do. Just walking around my compound at the moment, because I just gave one of the old people some cardboard. I saved the cardboard and give it to them. Not sure what's going to happen today. Some people have already said, yeah, you can get it done in Suzhou, but I don't know. Yeah, so I'd love to get the situation resolved, but as we leave China, we also have to think about how do we get rid of the car. And one of my issues is, if I don't get rid of the car now, will I be able to get rid of the car later? That's the question, because my number is not tied. And if my number is not tied and they can't find my details, then I've got a problem with the car and license. But we'll have to see. Let's do a little tour of the compound. This is the play area where children play. This is the area where people let their dogs go to have a poo in there. That's where I used to live. This water was all frozen a couple of days ago, and some children were using firecrackers to break the ice. As I get older, I'm more sensitive to sounds. I was saying to my wife, and yeah, all the loud banging and children just throwing stuff, it's like I'm becoming more sensitive to it. I was saying that's why like old people like to live in quiet areas, because you don't get disturbed so easily, It's about not being disturbed. And like, kids will be kids, which is fine. But I think as you get older, it's a bit more jarring when you hear all these sounds, especially like firecrackers. I'm sounding like a proper old person now. Not sounding like an old person, I can smell incense coming from there. That's really nice. There's so many beautiful birds around. Morning everyone, got an update. We've got insurance, which is great, from 2 days ago. A lot of things have been happening. Shelley's friend has been helping us, trying to find a way to resolve the insurance situation. And so yeah, the trip of a lifetime for us is now back on, and we're going to be going to Guangzhou from Suzhou on a road trip, stopping off a few places. So we'll be documenting that and be able to see it on a vlog. But I'm really happy, because the insurance company in Suzhou said like it can't be done, but it can be done, and we found someone in Beijing to do it. And yeah, so we're insured, we're all good to go. So I'm really happy. The situation resolved itself. So today's Thursday, the 1st of February, and I started the process on Monday. I think it's 29th of January. So yeah, all is good.